Our assigned topic is about the principles in managing special libraries. Today we will talk about the behavioral management approaches. Human approaches to management began as 1920s. Behavioral approaches maintain people in social and self-actualizing. People at work, they seek satisfying relationships, respond to group pressures, and they search for personal fulfillment. These behavioral management approaches studies for individual and groups in organizations. As for the organization as communities, Mary Parker Follett, from the classical thinking to behavioral management, taught respect for the experience and knowledge of workers. She viewed the organization as communities, which the manager and worker labor with harmony and have the freedom to talk over and reconcile conflicts and differences. The next one is the Hawthorne studies. Harvard Elton Mayo's team set out to examine the effect of worker fatigue on output. And the result was good human relationship in the test room resulted higher productivity. They helped to shift the attention away from the technical and structural concern of classical approach towards social and human concerns of the manager and researchers. They shows that people's feeling, attitudes, relationships with coworkers affected. The work and group were important influences on individuals. So those around that work performance, the satisfaction with social relations, the relations with fear and management, of course the relations with their coworkers and the managers, and then their satisfaction with physical work environment, their physical condition, their satisfaction with physical work requirements, their working hours, their satisfaction with participation, of course their employee participation, affects their work performance. If the management pay attention to worker, if they have the open communication, and if they work for informal social factors, it will increase productivity. So this Hawthorne study emphasizes that using good human relationship will achieve productivity or increase productivity. So the next one is Maslow's theory of human needs. Work psychologist Abraham Maslow in the area of human needs had major impact of behavioral approach management. A person's psychological and physical needs can motivate and influence their work attitude and behaviors to satisfy their needs. This human needs has 5 levels: the self-actualization, the esteem, the love or belonging, their safety, and psychological. As for the self-actualization, they have the morality, their creativity, spontaneity, problem solving, lack of prejudice, acceptance of facts. That's for the self-actualization. And for the esteem, they have the self-esteem, the confidence, achievement, respect of others, and of course respect by others. The next one is the love or belonging, their friendship, their family, their sexual intimacy. The next one is the safety, security of body, security of employment, security of resources, security of morality, their safety of morality, their safety of the family, safety of health, and safety of property, security of everything. And then the last one is the psychological needs. um, the breathing, the food, the water, the sex, sleep, homeostasis, and excretion. So, self-actualization is a person's motivation to reach his or her full potential. Shown is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. A person's basic needs must be met before self-actualization can be achieved. So, the first one is psychological, physiological, and then the safety, the love or belongings, and then esteem, and the last one is the self-actualization. After achieving those needs, you will have you will be having a self-actualization. Then the next one is McGregor's theory X and Y. As it shows, as the picture shown below, the theory X management, which is authoritarian, repressive style, tight control, no development, produces limited and depressed culture. But the theory Y, liberating and developmental, control, achievement and continuous improvement achieved by enabling, empowering, and giving responsibility. So Douglas McGregor was both influenced by Hawthorne and Maslow. So he was influenced by Hawthorne's studies, which emphasizes the human relationship, and Maslow human needs. He made a study that emphasizes the social and self-actualizing needs of people at work. He created an assumption which called the theory X and the theory Y. So that's the theory that I've read before. So here, the theory X looks negative than the theory Y. Theory X are the people dislike work, lack of ambition, irresponsible, resist to change, and prefer to be led rather than to lead. So, as for the theory X, the management is under the tight control with their staff. So, this theory produces a depressed culture. And as for the theory Y, the manager believes people are willing to work, capable to self-control, willing to accept responsibility, imaginative and creative, and capable to self-direction. So, with this theory Y, it shows positive results because they have a good control and they give responsibility to their staff because they know that their staff can do it, and they believe that their staff is capable to do it. So this is the sphere, and it shows the differences of the theory X and the theory Y. As for the attitude, from the theory X, they dislike work, they find it boring, and they will avoid if they can. For the theory Y, they need to work, they want to take an interest, and they can enjoy it. For the direction, they must be forced or coerced into compliance. For the Theory Y, they direct themselves towards an accepted target. For the responsibility, from the Theory X, they need to be directed and they avoid responsibility. And for the Theory Y, they thrive on responsibility. And the next one is the motivation. From the Theory X, they are motivated by fear, lack of money, lack of job security. But from the Theory Y, they are motivated by the desire of self-development to contribute to the world. And as for the creativity, from the Theory X, they have little creativity except when getting around rules. And from the Theory Y, they have a highly creative. They are highly creative when given recognition and opportunity. So, both social and self-actualizing needs can affect their attitude, direction, responsibility, motivation, and creativity. The last one is the Argyris theory of adult personality. Chris Argyris reflects the belief of human nature. He contrasts the management practices, especially those influenced by the classical management approaches, are inconsistent with the mature adult personality. He believes that managers who treat people positively and as responsible adults will achieve the highest productivity. His advice is to expand job responsibilities, allow more task variety, and adjust supervisory styles to allow more participation and promote better human relations. He believes that common problems of employee absenteeism, turnover, low morale, and etc. may be signs of mismatch between management practices and adult personalities. Traditional management principles and practices inhibit worker maturation, are inconsistent with a mature adult personality. Management practices should accommodate the mature personality by increasing task responsibility, increasing task variety, using participative decision-making, and then this theory concluded that many management approaches are inconsistent with the mature adult personality, especially those classical ones. Managers who treat people positively and as responsible adults will achieve productivity. So treating your staff, those managers who treat their staff positively. Yeah. If you treat your workers or your staff that they are responsible adults, they are responsible for their work and they are capable of it, it will result a good productivity, a better productivity, will achieve productivity. So that's all for my part in our report, and thank you for listening.